My soul needed a savage friend, a weird daredevil, but do you mend? My life became a dead end. Big C got me on the wrong track. Fought the cancer in a cul-de-sac. Lean says bite back. On life's jacked racetrack we react, lacking the cool, but we lean and we lose. Hi, this is Lou.
Hi, it's Lean.
So today we're doing a new artist because I kind of wanted Lean to have a look. Well, somebody in the comments told us to look at Survive Said the Prophet. I kind of Googled them after they said that just to see on Wikipedia. From what I know is I think there were 7 members, but 3 left at different points. I don't know if there were 7 in total in the beginning. And now there's 4 members. I know that they started in 2011. I know that they do a whole bunch of different genres, but they mainly rock. And what else do I know about them?
You told me they were Japanese.
They're Japanese, but I think that the lead is bilingual, so he's Japanese, but he's also may have grown up in Western country. I'm not exactly sure. And that's all I know about them so far is that. And they did a lot of songs for anime. So they started off as anime musician artists. I don't even know if that's a thing, but they basically were doing a lot of music in the beginning for anime work. So
anime or manga, I think there's a difference. I do know. See, Chloe watches a lot of Japanese
anime.
They do cartoon. Well, we would call them cartoons. Cartoon bands where each singer is like an actual singer, and they become popular and they have followers and fans, but they're literally cartoon bands. And I know there's a lot of people that become famous for that and then become like actual singers or idols. And that's what Chloe's totally into all of that.
So not that.
A lot.
Not that. I think what they do is soundtracks for anime. So they're actually musicians. So that's what but I don't think they do that as much anymore. I think that they then evolved into almost like a kind of the Rose type feel. So
okay, cool. So I know nothing about them. This is Louise, but I have been AWOL for weeks. I know nothing.
This is the first time we're having a look at them. So let's do it.
Okay, ready.
Ooh.
I was trying to call, but the line was busy all night on the telephone. Oh well, I'll try again with 3.
This seems really familiar to me. Remember I said when I was putting on the video and I heard a second, I was like, why does this sound familiar? I feel like I've heard this.
It has a very 2000 punk rock feel to it.
It does. Okay, continue.
But you're waiting for me to go an hour back like a promise so long ago. Try, baby, I didn't mean to. We're like the right and the left hand on time in a circle. With a minute just for you. Going round, we are stuck again. Live it up and down.
I know Chloe listens to them. I've heard this coming from her room, I'm sure. Remember when I said the name sounded familiar when you were saying that? I'm sure this is one of the bands my child is a fan of.
It probably is.
Ages ago when we were listening to One OK Rock and I'd said to them, listen to One OK Rock, they said, they're very 2000s pop rock. And I was like, a wee bit. Some songs, they were like, I know a pop rock, but someone that's very pop rock. And she played a song to me. This is months. I'm sure it was this. She said they're very 2000s pop rock. You'd probably like them. And that's why the name has stuck in my head. I think it was this exact song.
It was probably it. And also they're very kind of, the way he sings, it's got like that California punk pop rock feel
Definitely.
to it. Surfer feel
2000 era pop rock.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love it. Right.
That's funny.
Going round and round, we are stuck again. Live it up and down. the line was busy all night on the telephone. Oh well, I'll try again with reason. She said maybe I should think about the way I am, or the way I keep making promises when I can't. Trying to please, your mind with lies I hide and keep. With a minute just for you, with a minute just for you. Going round and round, we are stuck again. Live it up and down. Going round and round, we are stuck again. Live it up and down.
It's very catchy. It's totally you know, it's kind of the era of Skater Boy from Avril Lavigne. Like it's that entire like. I feel very nostalgic right now. I feel like I should be like my pals cruising in their car, waving out the window. It's very Linkin Park 2000s as well for some reason. I don't know why they would give me that. I like his like gravel and his voice there. He has got an actual rock voice in there, but this is more like what was that song that song about being a loser?
Oh yeah.
That's what this feels.
That's what this is like. Exactly it.
I'm just a loser, baby. That's what this reminds me of.
That's exactly it. And I kind of like he apparently does occasionally do some good screams like Tucker does, and apparently his drummer does some really good screams too on occasion. And I think there's another song that we have in our Dropbox to listen to from them where they go into more scream rock. But it's cool that they're like pretty flexible in what they explore. But I think I've only like heard this and then I heard the first 5 seconds of the other song because I wanted to make sure that you and I would be okay with listening to this. From what I can understand, they like genre hop, but they still have the same kind of feel, I think, but I might be wrong. In all
I
their
like
songs,
them.
they're
I feel
really
like
cool.
that was the best era for this kind of music, and the best music of my life came from that era, and this has got that feel to it. I feel like this is a band I could really love.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
It feels like a jewel every hour on the clock. When we have turned out different, we want to take up every moment on the top. For us to keep on living in a time to show, prepared by our ideals of life. I'll show and tell, making just to tell you how the cycle isn't working out. I guess I'm just calling quits.
Boys?
It's very on theme with the content of the lyrics for 2000 rock pop.
It is. I'm not like a massive fan of the MV. I think it's cool.
No,
but
he was
like,
a little bit aggressive there with his little, like, calm down, pal. It's an argument, not a fist fight.
it is. I kind of get what they're doing because they're having like the song playing and then they're like not syncing along with the song, and then occasionally they do sync with the song and then they come out of syncing with the song. So
that was
like,
remember that was Natalie Imbruglia Torn. That was the 2000s. Everything about this is just
2000s.
Tech list.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Okay.
I like it. I really do actually. It feels like we've been transported back in time to music that we missed somehow, even though it's current. I actually kind of like him too. Like, there's something about him. He's memorable.
He is, definitely.
Okay. It's your typical bad relationship love song, though.
I was trying to call, but the line was busy all night on the telephone. Oh well, I'll try again with reason. Going round and round, we are stuck again. Live it up and down. Going round and round, we are stuck again. Live it up and down.
This song could totally be on the 10 Things I Hate About You soundtrack.
Totally.
It would be perfect to be on there.
Totally agree with you. I just want to say one side note. I can hear the Japanese are applying the YouTube friggin' copyright thing to it where the sound's going like this. So we apologize in advance. Guys, that is YouTube trying not, they do it only with Japanese songs, trying not to let you listen to the song. So you're going to have a drop in sound volume. But
we
for
used
us,
to think it was us and our live stream platform and everything we were doing until we realized it was only happening to Japanese songs. It doesn't happen to our other videos. And then we found out they actually encode something in the videos so that when you try to record them in this kind of setup, because we live stream, because we're in different countries, it distorts the music to like for copyright issues. So we cannot fix that.
No, we cannot. But I have to say, this is like a really catchy chorus to the song as well. I love that when it like pops
I love
off.
it. This would totally have been my jam with my pals cruising on a sunny day, music blaring, girls way down to the beach or something. This would have been my song. It would have been on my 10 Things I Hate About You playlist that I played religiously for like 2 years. That would totally be. This is nostalgia music. This is the music we miss. And I'm so glad there are bands who recognize that era had some of the best songs and are like bringing it back.
Bringing it back, baby.
Yeah, because we are the best era of fans. Like, we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, because we never had our phones up. We were always just there in the moment.
Exactly, live in the moment. We are the definition of the live young and fast, die young. That was our era.
Yeah,
leave a pretty corpse.
We weren't distracted by technology. So, wait.
Right, you ready?
Ready.
I would go and see these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, little biatch. Do you want me to go and kick her up the ass? I'll kick her down the stairs today. I mean, he was kind of aggressive earlier, but like that was just like that was not needed.
No. She was done.
I'm of the impression if you hit a man, you should be prepared to get hit back.
No, I agree with you on that. Like, she was the aggressor.
Don't be hitting men. Don't be hitting women. Don't be hitting anybody.
It's not a K-drama.
Exactly.
That was cool. I really enjoyed that. That was our first
I really
foray.
like them. I actually want to see more of their stuff. I feel like they could be as like up there on the list with The Rose and 1OK Rock and my DPR Ian kind of music. That's very much my jam.
Yeah, so let's look at the members. Let's have a look here. Okay, so we've got Survive, Said the Prophet members. Let's see. I think it's 2 guitarists, and then it's got the vocalist and a drummer.
Oh yeah, I see.
Okay. So
why are Japanese names so cool but so hard to pronounce?
So I think one of them also has an English Western name. So
Ivan Wong.
Ivan. So we got Yosh is the main singer.
Tai Tatsuno. Takuya Suzuki. There's one called Sho. Tatsuya Keto. Ivan
that is weird.
And Yosh Morita.
See, I think Sho was the drummer, but why is he blacked out on my end?
He's blacked out on my end too.
Maybe he left, but like that doesn't make sense. I know that they had 3 members that came and went.
I'm gonna look it up.
Band members. Yosh. 2017. It might have been an old post where he was around, but then like who's their drummer now then? Let's go 2024 and see what it says. Oh, there's only 3 of them now. There's Yosh vocals.
I think that's Kai. K-E-I. Kai Tatsuno.
And then, Tatsuyo. So 2 guitarists and a vocal. Could have sworn there was a guy that might have been before so he confused. Guys, if anyone knows, let us know. I'm confused.
Yeah, if you're a fan, let us know who are the members now and who are still there and kind of a little bit about them, because there's actually not a hell of a lot about them when you actually search them up.
Yeah, I think Well, I think in a way, being 2011 till now, that is a lot of like changes that happen for a band. Like, there's not many bands that stay together that long.
There
So,
was Sony Music Records.
yeah. So I'm wondering if like this song was done when the drummer was still with them.
Maybe.
So, and
Fun
then
fact, Sony Music Records are the people who were going to sign the girl band I was in on the day we were formed. And they came and we were all ready to sign with them. And I, as the leader, had arranged all of this. And then the girls decided to take on a manager who was like one of the girls' dads who was in the music business for a year to train us. And Sony was like, well, wait. And then, well, you know how that story went. We didn't even make it to a year.
oh, it's like so.
But yeah, we
much.
were to be signed by Sony Records on the day of our forming. The guy was there and everything. The manager that was going to take us on was Sony Records.
Can you imagine your path would have changed completely?
To be honest, it probably wouldn't have, because we learned the dark side of the music industry and how crappy it is for young girls and how you become an object and how
Yeah.
it probably would have been the same story under a big, massive corporation like Sony, because we were
Yeah.
just little fish.
Yeah, that's true.
We saw the harder side of that industry just with a smaller manager and smaller like shows and things we did. So imagine how much worse it would have been.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Well, that was cool. We're going to learn a little bit more about this band as we go along, but yeah, the lead singer seems cool as well. So
Yeah, they do. Plus, tell us how to say their names properly.
yes,
And if
that
we've
would be
got them
really
wrong, we just assume that's how they're said. Going by previous Japanese names we've had to learn how to say.
Yeah, so far all I know is Yosh right now. Yosh is the lead
Yosh,
singer. So
Kai,
Yosh.
and there was another one. Tatsuya.
Tatsuya. Yeah.
Tell
So
us if we've got them right or if we've got them wrong. But yeah, that's definitely going on my playlist. I really like that. That is bringing back the 2000s, baby.
it is. It is. I got nostalgic listening to that too. So I love that. That was really cool. And thanks, guys. I'm glad that we're exploring new music. Yay.
Yeah, exciting new band. Yay.
Yay. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye. You did a good job, Leanie.
Please don't.
Hey, fan bears. So fluffy.
What
so
is
cute.
actually wrong
You ready?
with you? You're
Dance
such
it
a
dance.
freak.
Dance it dance. System failure.
Lean, sarang hey.
Ew.